welcome to the madness. You ready to start the tour, boo? You gonna lead us? You not sure about that? Okay. Hey, what's up, y'all? Jess here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my August tour of my garden for you all. Okay, so I guess I'll start here as usual. This is my kaleidoscope abelia, y'all. I'm so sorry for the lighting. I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible before the sun comes all the way up. But look at the color and how this is filling out. It's so pretty. I love it. Next, I have my golden mop here, underplanted by my chocolate chip ajuga. This blooms pretty flowers in the springtime. Y'all, this ajuga I planted as like, I think 6 plugs, and just look how it's filled in 2 years' time. I love it. Next, I have my drift of begonias, y'all. If you remember, I planted these back in, I think, early April. And look how they have done now. I just love it. These begonias, I think I will probably repeat every single year. Maybe a different color mixture, but these just do so well in my front yard, and they add so much curb appeal. I love it. This right here is a limelight hydrangea. Love hydrangeas, y'all. Y'all know I have a whole hedge of these on the side of my house. I am just obsessed with how these perform. Like, look how many blooms are on this bush. Now, it does look a little bit bare up in here just because I did take some cuttings for an arrangement that I brought inside the house as cut flowers, so they are a little bit bare there. I probably will be cutting those 3 as well just to make the bush look a little bit better. But look at the blooms starting to age already, guys. So again, these start out a chartreuse green. Then in the summer they turn a bright white. And then in the fall they age to this pretty mauvey pink color. And that will last all the way through winter, y'all. Love this hydrangea. It is definitely my favorite in the garden. Next, I have my 3 different varieties of phlox. And guys, these have been just awesome performers. They rebloom literally like every single week. Like, you can see all these little buds here will be opening, and they've been doing this all summer. You don't have to deadhead these once the blooms are all spent. As you can see, some of them down here on the ground. They deadhead themselves, so they deadhead themselves and they reset new blooms. Like, this whole thing is going to be all new blooms. I'm so excited. Love how these perform, and y'all, I got all of these for $1 last year. Like, they just add so much color. I love them. Behind that, I have my euonymus. Love how this little bush has been filling out, and it's just a perfect accent pop of yellow that it provides to my garden. I love it. Then I have my hosta, y'all. This thing has literally, I want to say, probably tripled in size from when I first bought it. This thing has been growing like crazy. Ignore the white powder that you're seeing on it, y'all. I had to treat this. As you can see, it's got some chew marks, so I've been treating this for slugs and earwigs. That powder you're seeing is just 7 dust. Beside that, I have my heuchera. I think this is Prima Wild Rose. And this is a, oh yes, thank you, no air conditioning. This is a rhododendron, you guys. Unfortunately, I will be digging this up and giving this away to a friend just because it's just, as you can see, not doing well. See how, you can't really see on the camera, but it is just yellowing from the inside out. It's still growing, it's still setting buds for next year, but it's just not thriving. And that yellowing from the inside indicates that there is a watering issue. And if y'all remember, earlier this spring, I planted another one just like that in this spot here, and it completely died. So that was actually the 3rd time that I've replaced that Percy Wiseman rhododendron, and it's died on me again. So I'm assuming there's something wrong with the soil here. I did do a soil test and it matched the whole rest of my bed, so I'm assuming it's a watering issue. So I am going to dig around that area, try to re-amend the soil before I start planting here. But yeah, I just can't have this blank space and a random rhododendron here. It's throwing off my whole garden plan. So I will be digging that up and giving it away and replanting 2 new plants here. Next, I have another Primo Wild Rose Heuchera here, doing well. More phlox, and then look at my lamb's ear, you guys. This has been doing so well. I love how this curve has filled in. You really can't even see that I have not finished this curve of edges yet. I kind of stopped right there. But yeah, this is doing great. Planted around my arborvitae, and then also another euonymus for a pop of color here. Step inside. Beside the euonymus, I have a azalea bush. This blooms hot pink flowers in the spring, and y'all, this is supposed to rebloom 3 times a year. This is one of the Encore azaleas, and so far I've been here 2 years and it's only bloomed in the spring for me. So hopefully eventually I'll start getting maybe some fall blooms, but I don't see any buds set anywhere for new blooms, so maybe I'll get it next year. Who knows, but it is evergreen, so this does provide some color in the wintertime, which I'm perfectly fine with. I've got 3 boxwoods here that probably will get moved as well, just because this azalea is starting to run into this boxwood right here. So this probably will be changing to a different type of shade plant. Same azalea here. This blooms the hot pink flowers. Up here I have an arrangement that I did. These are some canna lilies that I got on clearance, I think for $3. And y'all, these have been reblooming like crazy as well. I cut these all the way back down to the foliage, and they have been putting out buds after buds. Like, look at all these new buds that it's setting. Got another flush coming here once I cut off this dead spent one here. And it's also pushing out new leaves, so that's doing great. This is underplanted with some vinca that I got on clearance and a hanging basket that I split up. This side I was doing a trial, y'all. This is how it came when I got it. It was super yellow and discolored. I cut this side all the way back, and look how green it's come back with blooms. So we'll be cutting the other side, and hopefully I'll get some more blooms to fill out the rest of the basket. Here I have my calla lily, doing well. It's still in its original pot that I got back in April around Easter time. The blooms are starting to fade out on it, and also it's kind of losing its speckled variegation, so I'm thinking maybe I need to move it to a sunnier location next year, but I've been enjoying it all season. Then we have a sleepy puppy named Jaxley. Say hey everybody. What have you been running through? Your feet are all dirty. You enjoying the tour? No? You don't care as usual? Alright, moving on. Here's another urn that I planted up. This one was originally on the other side of my garage that I moved to the porch, but this is the same combination of plants here. A clearance $3 canna lily that has been blooming like crazy, along with the zinca. Now this one I did cut back, and it's starting to finally flesh out some new growth, guys. Still have my heuchera here that I dug up that was getting sun fried out in the landscape, so I popped it in this container. It's been growing so well. Planted with some creeping jenny and a clearance impatient. I mirrored the same thing on this side of my door. Same thing. I've got the creeping jenny with impatiens, and then this is a Rex begonia that I got from clearance from Lowe's. And y'all, the camera is just not doing this justice. These leaves have like a shiny, shimmery type of sheen to them almost. The lighting is not picking it up, but it is so gorgeous, and it has done so well in this spot here. Right here I have 2 hibiscus trees that I got on clearance from Lowe's for $10 each that I am in the process of rehabbing for my new garden plan, y'all. Excuse all of this chaos right here. This is like my mini fake greenhouse area because this is the only place that I have shade to rehab all of these clearance plants that I've bought, but all of these will be moving to the backyard eventually. This right here is my cordyline. This is actually 3 little individual pieces of cordyline that I got on clearance from Walmart for $1 each, and they have grown so nicely. They're not as pretty as the ones that I had last year because I got a late start on getting them, but they're still gorgeous. And then down below it, I'm not even sure what this is, y'all. I got this for $1 on clearance from my nursery around the corner, and I just told him that I needed something that would grow in shade, so here we are. It's blooming in full shade, and I did take some cuttings of vinca from this plant right here and try to root them in. They are blooming, but it's just not feeling like I wanted it to, so that's why I got this one here, and I'm hoping it'll spread. I did cut off a piece and put a piece of it back there as well, so hopefully that'll fill in within the next couple weeks or so. Okay, now for all of the clearance plants, y'all. I've already showed these in the haul video, but I'll just run through them really quick. This is a limelight hydrangea. I've got a blue chiffon rose of Sharon. This right here is a blue point juniper. I've got 2 autumn frost hostas, some purple fountain grass, and then this right here is the Proven Winners Weigelas. They're actually 2 different varieties. So the green foliage is Sonic Bloom Pink, and the burgundy is Wine and Roses. And y'all look, I have been watering these every single day, and they are reblooming, guys. So excited for these to be planted in the back. I have another blue point juniper here that I got for $3. And then my 3 abelias, y'all. Look at the blooms on this. They have been loving this spot. Again, I've just been giving everybody watering every single morning and every afternoon, and they are doing great. Here is my new planters, y'all. So the small urns that you saw of the canna lilies, those are what used to sit here, and I needed something bigger. So these are the DIY planters that y'all saw me make, mixed with the combination of purple fountain grass that I got on clearance. This was $1, and they're starting to put out new plumes. Underplanted with the Wizard Mix Coleus. Love how these are starting to fill out. So much color. Other side of the garage, I have the same thing. This is the other urn I did. Same combination with the purple fountain grass and the Wizard Mix Coleus. These are 2 barberries that I'm rehabbing for my front yard. And then I've got my other arborvitae here. It is starting to fill out. This one is growing a little bit slower than the other one just because it doesn't get as much water, but it's filling out more. This right here is a Bobo hydrangea. This is the smallest compact version of the limelight hydrangea. This one I had got on clearance last year for $1 at the end of the season, and y'all, it was pushing into winter time. I had nowhere to put it, so I just popped it here in the ground, hoping that it would overwinter. I didn't even expect it to come back up, but y'all, God is good. It's come back, and it's come back with blooms. So this will be moving. It won't be staying here because this is actually where I bring my mower through the yard, but yeah. Super happy that this one made it through the winter. I've got my Anna's Magic Balls doing well, lining my driveway on both sides. Those are starting to fill out nicely, and y'all, these are almost full grown. These only get about 1 foot to 2 feet tall and wide, so these are almost their mature size. And then last but not least, here in the front yard, I have my trio of green fountain grass starting to put out their plumes for the fall. They've been doing amazing in this space, you guys, and hoping that it one day will disguise this box completely. So here is kind of a side shot overview of the current chaos that I have going on, y'all. Welcome to my front jungle. Okay, and last but not least, here we are on the side of my house with my infamous limelight hydrangea hedge. And y'all, please ignore all the weeds. I need to mow. It's been raining here consistently for like the last 2 weeks straight, so please ignore the mess. But y'all, do you see these blooms? Isn't that gorgeous? Look how deep pink these are. So, so pretty. So this one right here is actually a little limelight hydrangea. The rest of these are all limelights except for the one down there by my hose box. That is an endless summer hydrangea. So yeah, I will be moving this little lime and replacing it with a limelight that I got on clearance. So I'll have a whole hedge of all limelights, moving the little lime. And then I also wanted to update you guys on the 2 replacements that I planted. You all saw me prune these 2 limelights back pretty harsh that I got on clearance for $5, and they are flushing out with new growth so nicely. So yeah, next year I will be pruning all these down to the same size so it'll look uniform. So here is the rest of the hedge here. Again, y'all, excuse the weeds, but here's the view from the other end. So I do have some plans for this bed. I do plan to extend it out to maybe about like here or so, just before it starts to slope off, because I do want to underplant these hydrangeas with something, and then also formally edge this bed because this looks raggedy. But yeah, I have a ton of videos and plantings planned coming up in the future. I will be doing a series of me revamping my entire backyard and also creating some new beds in my front yard. So make sure you all subscribe and stay tuned for those future videos. And now for the giveaway, and the winner of this gorgeous Cebu Blue pothos and this DIY macrame plant hanger made by me is Miss Jaya Marie. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'll put your name here on the screen. Congratulations, hun. Please contact me, DM me on Instagram, or you can email me. All I need is a name and an address to send these gifts out to you. You also did win a set of pruners, which I don't have on me right now, but just send me your information and I will get those out to you. Thank you all again so much for all of your support. Thank you for joining me on this tour, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.